Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, Detroit police are investigating a shooting that injured both a 2-year-old girl and a man who was just working on his car. It happened in southwest Detroit on Witt Street near Woodmere. Police say someone in a silver or gray Jeep rolled up and then started shooting at another car. The 2-year-old was in that vehicle with her father and 2 other people when she was shot under the arm. The shooter drove away, still firing shots, hitting that 55-year-old man who was working on his car with a stray bullet.
9 o'clock in the morning, driving down the street, and now you got a 2-year-old girl that clearly has nothing to do with whatever the dispute was or whatever caused this situation, and you got a guy who's trying to fix his car in front of his house, and they're both shot.
Both victims are in serious condition. We'll have a live update on the investigation tonight at 5. We've learned a Detroit man has been charged with 8 counts of arson in connection with a house fire that injured several firefighters when the home collapsed. Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy says 34-year-old Anthony Fields set the home on fire before running away. His attorney has entered a not guilty plea. We showed you the dramatic rescue on West Hollywood back on Thursday. Fields is due back in court next week. It's been more than 5 hours and an escaped prisoner from East Point is still on the loose. Take a look at this photo. Officers tell us Devonta Deshawn Moore was being put into a transport van when he slipped away from East Point police. This happened just before 10:30 this morning. He was last seen around 9 Mile and Gratiot in East Point. Moore was being held on a few charges, including domestic violence, assault. If you see him, please call police. Most of the polls in Michigan will be open for another 4 hours, so if you haven't voted in this year's primary, you still have time to cast your ballot. We've seen voters at polling places in Warren, Southfield, and Bloomfield Hills making their choices for governor, state lawmakers, Congress, and other local races. Plus, Help Me Hank has been in constant touch with the Secretary of State's office. Right now, Hank is live in Dearborn this afternoon with a progress report. How are things going out there, Hank?
Hi, Karen. We actually just moved now to Detroit's west side. We're just off Grand River Avenue. Take a live look behind me. You can see not many people making their way in and out. I mean, we expected a slow turnout today, and that's what we got. The good news is about 1 million absentee ballots, though, already being counted by clerks across the area. We did, as you mentioned, contact the Secretary of State. We've been in contact with Jocelyn Benson throughout the day. No major problems to report that we are aware of or that the Secretary of State is investigating. However, should you have an issue at your polling precinct, if you have a problem voting, we want to hear from you. The Help Me Hank team investigating any possible issues as we work to stay in touch with clerks and the Secretary of State to make sure that every single vote is counted. A reminder, you have until 8 o'clock tonight to make your voice heard. We're live here tonight on Detroit's west side. Karen, back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Hank. We have been talking about concerns about election misinformation, and there are penalties for spreading bad information. Obviously, we are checking with all of that, and we'll have more at 5 and 6. Later tonight, we've got you covered with results and analysis of the primary races. We'll have updates on TV starting at 8, but that's not all. You can also track results at clickondetroit.com. And then Devin Skillion will host a roundtable of Michigan power players and pollsters to analyze emerging trends. That's on Local 4 Plus, also starting at 8 p.m. We're also tracking other numbers today dealing with the coronavirus here in Michigan. In the past 7 days, the state has recorded more than 20,000 new confirmed and probable cases. That is up slightly from last week. The daily average is about the same with nearly 2,900 cases this week. The state also reported another 106 deaths linked to COVID-19. Plus, we have one more note on President Biden's battle with COVID. We are told he continues to test positive and a, quote, loose cough has returned, but he continues to feel well. All right, let's take a quick look at the first forecast. And Brett, it is feeling pretty nice outside right now.
No complaints here on this Tuesday. Really feeling nice. The sun shines out. A good evening to be out if you can do some grilling or something like that. For most of us, temperatures are sitting nice in the 80s, but a couple of spots are in the 70s. That bottom number, though, that's key. That's the humidity. Anytime it's less than 50% during the day, you're sitting pretty. That changes tomorrow as a much muggier air mass is set to return. But you can see the clouds 2 hours south, some rain to the north and west. We're dry for the rest of today. Tomorrow that changes. Showers and thunderstorms are expected, and some could be strong to severe. You can see that yellow shade. We'll talk timing and threats coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Brett. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi ignored threats from China today as she landed in Taiwan for a historic visit. She's the highest-ranking American official to visit the island in 25 years. Now, China is retaliating, and the world is watching to see if that situation escalates. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom. And Kim, her visit was just addressed at a White House briefing.
It was. Karen, good afternoon to you. We'll have those new comments coming up in just a moment. But, you know, China claims the island of Taiwan is part of its territory, so it's very sensitive about how the island is treated on the world stage. It views visits by key foreign officials as recognition of Taiwan's sovereignty, and it's been warning the U.S. of serious consequences if Pelosi stopped there. So the world held its breath as the House Speaker's plane landed today at Taipei's International Airport. Pelosi landed safely, but then China quickly announced it will conduct military maneuvers in retaliation for her arrival. China says the action deterrent to the, quote, negative actions of the United States on the Taiwan issue, end quote. A spokesperson for the National Security Council says the speaker has the right to visit Taiwan, and he's urging China to avoid further escalation.
Now, there's no reason, as I said yesterday, for Beijing to turn this visit, which is consistent with longstanding U.S. policy, into some sort of crisis, or use it as a pretext to increase aggressiveness and military activity in or around the Taiwan Strait, now or beyond her travel.
And Pelosi's visit is part of a trip through Asia that includes stops in Singapore, Japan, as well as South Korea, and we'll, of course, bring you updates on her visit as needed. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
We are getting to that part of the summer when those kids cry out, "Mom, I'm so bored. There's nothing to do, Dad." Well, our Paula Tutman has found there's actually plenty to do without ever leaving the house. She found the secret to a never-ending field trip and joins us live from the Packard Proving Grounds over in Shelby Township. All right, Paula, how does this work?
Okay, so Karen, this is all icing, and I know that gas prices are going down, but it's still pretty expensive to get to places, yet Michigan has all of these amazing historical places that are tucked in neighborhoods and landscapes, and this is really a great way to see them all without spending a penny on petrol.
Go to Junior Ranger and click on the first drop down.
You could live in the Detroit area a lifetime and honestly not experience as much as you will on your way to becoming a Junior Ranger with the Motor City's National Heritage Area. The bright idea is to get kids moving and learning and having fun, even without leaving the house.
And we've curated a collection of automotive resources and fun videos and stories that would illuminate some of the names that you've heard. So if you heard of Henry Ford or David Buick or Billy Durant, you'll learn more about them and understand why these names are so important. Why do we drive a Cadillac car today? It's because of these people that actually lived.
14-year-old Sophie Moore was a trusted advisor to help build the program.
My grandfather was making the website, and he wanted me to beta test it, basically. Go through and see if there were any problems, any issues, anything that was like really stood out to me. So I went through all of the sites with him in his office, and I basically told him what was working, what didn't work, what I think could improve some areas so it was easier for kids to access.
The tours can take you all over Michigan, and you can experience fun stuff in a variety of ways. I thought the Paquette Proving Grounds 3D tour was the most fascinating because you can actually walk the building virtually, as if you're actually there. Learn about the cars and the people who built them. See the cracks in the floor. It's so realistic you can almost touch everything. Sophie says it's this kind of interactive quality that will really engage children.
And you would go through and you would print this out on a sheet and color it with crayons where things are. You answer the questions. What's an automaker from Motor Cities? What's in a famous building? This is exciting to them because then they can see, oh, what did all these cars look like? Like, why did the 1920s car look like this? This is interesting because it looks different. And also because I think to kids, they look cool.
So you can color in the map, visit websites, read data, watch videos, self-guide yourself with whatever interests you most, or try new stuff entirely. Look at this, lowest price Packard. $3,200. Them's were the days. So they've got more than 50 locations, 16 counties, and Ontario. Again, if your child sees something they like, sure, you can drive to it, but it's just as easy to let your fingers do the walking on your computer keyboard. And we're going to make it even easier because we're going to show you how to get to that Junior Rangers program by going to our website, clickondetroit.com. Most favoritist story this month, Karen. Love it. Oh, it's August, last month.
I do. I love it. I love the interactive part, and obviously anytime you can have your kids learn and have fun at the same time, pretty cool. Thank you, Paula.
Yep.